It's 5 p.m.
Alright, quiet on the set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live. Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world.
OurBroadcastLink.com.
This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now.
OurBroadcastLink.com.
It's another live broadcast. Special edition. Now your hosts, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whatever it is, it's all good because you guys are here with us and we're here with you on Polkas After Dark, live streaming on Facebook, also on
YouTube
and our broadcast link with a C.com. Yeah, that's right. Hey, we're excited because today we get a chance to give a big shout out to a wonderful lady who I have never, ever, ever met personally, but have idolized through the years. What a fantastic voice. You guys heard a lot of songs by her yesterday, and you're going to hear quite a few today. And that, of course, is Gennie O from Chicago, Illinois, and she's celebrating her birthday today, oddly enough. So we get to bombard her with a bunch of questions on her birthday, but what the hey, that's what it's all about, right, Gennie? Hey, we love everything that's happening here. We got a whole bunch of people logging in onto Facebook, in the chat room, also outside of the chat room. We've got a good crowd there, and also on YouTube. We've got a couple of people logging into the chat room right now as well. We're going to start some things out with a very, very special happy birthday to Gennie O.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday, may all your dreams come true. When you wish upon a star, we hope your wish comes true. Happy birthday from all of us to you. When you wish upon a star, we hope your wish comes true. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of a happy birthday celebration. Happy birthday, Gennie O, out there in Chicago, Illinois. We're going to be bringing her on shortly. It looks like we have the whole family there over in YouTube. That's kind of nice.
The oldest granddaughter's with us.
All right.
So we're hoping the rest of them come in as well.
The grandkids, you mean, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, that'd be great. Hey, let's go ahead. This is one of my favorite songs that the Windy City Brass did many, many years ago. And I think it was redone, if I'm not mistaken, by a few other bands, but I think Gennie had set the platform for this. Here's one called All I Ever Need Is You.
Sometimes when I'm down and all alone, just like a child without a home, the love you give me keeps me hanging on. Oh honey, all I ever need is you. Without love I'd never find my way through ups and downs of every single day. I won't sleep at night until you say, oh honey, all I ever need is you. Winters come and they go, and we watch the melting snow. All I'm taking is your time, and I want you to be mine. Tell me you'll be mine all of the time. For you the highest mountain I will climb. I'll be to you like Adam was to Eve, my honey. All I ever need is you. Without love I'd never find my way through ups and downs of every single day. I won't sleep at night until you say, oh honey, all I ever need is you. Winters come and they go, and we watch the melting snow. All I'm taking is your time, and I want you to be mine. Winters come and they go, and we watch the melting snow. All I'm taking is your time, and I want you to be mine. Winters come and they go.
Yes, sirree, one of my favorite songs. That's Gennie O on the vocal with the Windy City Brass. Now let's go ahead and fast forward a couple of years and bring up a song that Gennie sang with the Divas. Here's one called Mary's Polka. Hey, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark, and we appreciate it right here. We're going to be here until 7 p.m., and Gennie O joins us live on her birthday for an interview, and we can't wait for that in just less than 20 minutes.
Hej, nie chcecie Maryś, nie robisz. Nie chcecie Maryś, nie chcecie. Idź dalej Maryś, idź dalej. Niech drugi się tam zabawi.
Oh, yeah, that's one off of the Divas recording. We got a few more that we're going to be playing. Hey, it's great to see so many people here in the chat room. Maria A. Blasting, she's here tuned in along with Musical Mark Swoger. He's over at his place because unfortunately he's got a little bout of COVID, and we wish him a speedy recovery. Also, good evening to Helena Garbach. She's tuned in from New Jersey. Also for Pam Novak, she's out there in Michigan. Danny Oksheshek Sr., he is here. Gosh, I can't believe that. We've got the whole Oksheshek family here, I believe, and I know they had a great practice, Johnny and Teddy and all the gang with the project last evening.
Looking forward to that.
Oh, sure we are. Everybody is. Hey, guys, gals, also we want to say hello to Lois Matta. She's here this evening. Good afternoon. Good evening to you, Lois. It looks like Kathy Medea is here. Greg Schwoidak. We're going to be bringing Greg up here in just a second because he was very, very kind to do something real quick for us. This afternoon, we called him up and said, hey, we know that you're going to be attending the Buffalo Polka Booster meeting on November the 15th, which is on the Wednesday. That's coming up. And, well, let's go ahead and let Greg take the stage here. Why don't we? Hey folks, I've been asked by Chris Tansky, the Buffalo Polka Booster president, to give you a little message regarding the meeting coming up November the 15th, and I figured, well, the best way to do it is to put Mr. Greg Schwoidak on the radio here, so go right ahead, Gregory.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Jerry. And certainly thank you to Chris Tansky and all of the board of directors and members of the Buffalo Polka Boosters. It was about a month ago, and, you know, I love to get involved with charities through my radio show and really kind of elicit a positive response as we support Western New Yorkers that are not as well off as we may be. And I had a conversation with Sister Janice, who's the powerhouse, along with her entire staff at St. Adalbert's Response to Love Center. And I said, you know what, Sister Janice, the holidays are coming up. I'd really like to kind of get behind a special project. And she says, you know what, God brought you to me today, Greg, because I have one in mind. She says, we are preparing holiday packets for the less fortunate. And these aren't people that just automatically sign up. They're vetted by the Response to Love Center. Their needs are immense and deep. And she says, we wanted to give them a giveaway for the holiday, something that they may not buy for themselves, and that's bedding. And I says, okay, bedding. And she says, no, but wait, we've got the pillowcases, we have the sheets, we have the bedspread to go over the bed, but Greg, we don't have the pillows. And I said, you know what, Sister Janice, it is an absolute perfect project for us. And I want to thank the Buffalo Polka Boosters for helping us out. It's something that we coined the Pillows and Prayers Project for the Response to Love Center. What we're doing is collecting new unused pillows that we are going to make a mass distribution to Sister Janice and all the staff at the Response to Love Center so that they can include it in their holiday gift giving season. You know what? I stopped by Walmart a couple of days ago. Pillows were only $4. I mean, it's less than a cup of coffee at one of those big box places that you drive by a million times. Want to thank all the people who have already reached out to the Response to Love Center, but we need hundreds of pillows. So what I'm asking for you to do is to, next time you're at, your Kohl's, your Walmart, your Targets, grab a pillow or two, and I'm going to be stationed with my vehicle outside the Buffalo Polka Boosters next monthly meeting, which is coming up, I believe, Wednesday, November the 15th. We'll load them directly in and make a donation. And I've said this a million times. You know what? The warm feeling you get for helping somebody that you don't even know is just multiplied 100 times. And Sister Janice assures me that the prayers of the Pillows and Prayers Project will be prayers of thanksgiving from her staff there at the Response to Love Center and the recipients of such a meaningful gift. And she explains that, some of these people sleep on couches or just a sleeping bag. And how can you sleep at night without something as simple as a pillow? So we're asking you to help support us, thanking the Buffalo Polka Boosters, and certainly you and Jerry Rob for helping us get the word out. It's our Pillows and Prayers project to benefit the less fortunate through the Response to Love Center located on the east side of Buffalo. Going to be positioned right outside the Buffalo Polka Boosters meeting coming up on Wednesday, November the 15th. And I believe that's 445 Columbia Avenue, just outside the doors of the Response to Love Center. We'll take checks made out to the Response to Love Center. We will take pillows, we'll load them up and deliver them on your behalf. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you guys for helping me out in what I consider is a huge, worthwhile project. Rob and Jer, thanks for your support.
Hey, Greg, thank you so much. And we know that you're here tuned in on Facebook. We appreciate the time that you took this afternoon to do that. We kind of bombarded you real quick and said, hey, would you do this? And you, without missing a breath, you said, sure. What time do you want to do it? I said, well, let's do it around 4. So I called him at 3:58, and he was all ready to go. So again, thanks so much for that. Hey, we're going to say hello to Chris Tansky, the president of the Buffalo Polka Boosters. She's here. Once again, Mr. Greg Schwoidak is in the house. Chris Curtis out there in Ohio, he's tuned in. Thank you. Sharon and Tom Golden are watching from Depew, New York. Oh gosh, Marion and Janet Sikora over there in Lakeview, New York. Thank you guys for tuning us in. Also, let's see who else. Christy Moroshek is tuned in from Wisconsin. Thank you so much. Jan Dressler is here from Cheektowaga. Jill Urich is here. So thank you so much for popping us in and on to Polkas After Dark. Gosh, we got a whole bunch of people here. Lynn Grabowski-Kaminsky. Everybody knows Lynn. Lynn was the focal point on that Divas recording, as a matter of fact. She took the ball, she kind of played quarterback and ran with it and said, Steve, let's go ahead and put this stuff together and let's get the girls in the studio. Boy, that was a great idea, Lynn. And we've got a couple more songs that we're going to bring up here by the lovely Gennie O. Here's another one by the Windy City Brass, one called Bougie Polka. And we're going to say hello to Jeff and Gail Franzek and Jen Tucker Pianowski, and also to Ricky. They're tuned in over at the Pubski Pub over there on William. Everybody make some noise, Pubski. Hopefully we're on the big screen over there.
Popatrz panną, pośród sela dejta, dopiero się poznali. Popatrz panną, pośród sela dejta, dopiero się poznali. Jak polskie grali, oni tańcowali. Popatrz panną, pośród sela dejta, dopiero się poznali. Pocałuj mnie dzieciom, bo nie będziesz żałować. Pocałuj mnie dzieciom, bo nie będziesz żałować. Ja ciebie tak kocham, Pocałuj mnie dzieciom, bo nie będziesz żałować. Buziaka i teraz nie żałuje. Ona dała mu tego buziaka i teraz nie żałuje. Dał jej pieszczoneczek. Ona dała mu tego buziaka i teraz nie żałuje. Całujcie się wszyscy, bo ten całuś jest złoty. Całujcie się wszyscy, bo ten całuś jest złoty. Nie bójcie się kochać, bez tego całować. Całujcie się wszyscy, bo ten całuś jest złoty.
Oh, yeah, won by the Windy City Brass. Gosh, you can't go wrong tuning in this afternoon because in just a few more minutes, we're going to be making a call westbound out there to Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois, to get the lovely Gennie O on the telephone with us. And guys, gals, we are so happy that you decided to join us here today. And we're going to also say hello to Michelle Szymanski. Once again, Jan Dressler, Pam Novak, Dan Novak. Also, no relation, though. Same spelling, believe it or not. Look at that. Dan Novak from New Mexico is tuned in, so welcome to you, Dan. Also, we're going to say hello to Jill Cerniak. She is finally here. Erica Belanda McMaster has joined us from Chicago. Boy, we got a great crowd here this afternoon, and everybody's arguing back and forth. Go Bills, Giants, Eagles. It's like, wow, hold on a second.
Go football.
Yeah, that's it. That's about it. Whatever team you're rooting for, we hope they win unless they're playing us today. And I don't even know who the heck we're playing. I'm not a sports fanatic. The Bengals?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so they are Cincinnati?
Yes.
Okay, good. See, I knew that part.
You knew something.
Jeez, whiz. Hey, once again, happy birthday to you, Gennie O, as we get you on the telephone here in just a couple of minutes. And before we do that, let's have a brief happy birthday party by Mr. Lenny Gomulka's Chicago Push.
Just the other day, a surprise birthday party friends had made for me. All my girlfriends were invited and all of the guys, and you should have seen my face when they held out surprise. It was my birthday party just the other day, a surprise birthday party friends had made for me. There were clowns, streamers, candles, photographs, and food. Pretzels, candy, crackers, peanuts, wine, and lots of booze. Just the other day, a surprise birthday party friends had made for me. I had so much fun, wished it would never end. Birthday parties make me feel just like a kid again. It was my birthday party just the other day, a surprise birthday party friends had made for me. And I guess the best thing I can wish for you is happy birthday, hope your friends make you a party too.
Hey, a little bit of Lenny Gomulka as we celebrate Gennie O's birthday today. And Teddy, I've been trying to get a hold of you on your cell, but it goes directly to voicemail. So you have my text number. Why don't you give me a call on that, and we'll see if we can't do it reverse. And instead of me calling you, you call me, buddy. Hey, how about a little bit of Windy City Brass, a little bit I Promised My Girl, Oh Bedache.
Yes, for you
Moją dziewczynie konia obiecuję, ona se dla niego, ona se dla niego stajenkę buduje. Ona se dla niego, ona se dla niego stajenkę buduje. Puść konia do koni, chodź mi oba do nie, bo się mi spodobał, bo się mi spodobał pierścionek ciekunie. Bo się mi spodobał, bo się mi spodobał pierścionek ciekunie. Ojciec mi powiedział, kuj se synu konia, ja mu odpowiedział, pierwsza mi jest żona. Ja mu odpowiedział, pierwsza mi jest żona. Jeszcze nie zapomniał ojcowski natury, czapeczka na boku, wąsyki do góry. Czapeczka na boku, wąsyki do góry.
Hey, so guys, we have a telephone contact here. We just have to do a couple more things. So we're going to let you guys catch one more song here. Here's one called All the Guys That Turn Me On, Turn Me Down, Polkas After Dark, as we get Gennie O on the telephone. Folks, I think we have it through the magic of technology. And if we don't, well, we're just going to hang up and try again. But right now, I'm going to get the chance to introduce the lovely Gennie O. Gennie, can you hear me?
I can hear you. And have you seen me lately?
I have not. And what does that mean, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm maybe not as lovely as you think.
Oh, I don't know about that. Trust me when I say that, kiddo. I am in the midst of getting some pictures up here, as I usually do on Polkas After Dark. But how's your birthday going so far, kiddo?
So far, it's busy. I've been getting phone calls from my kids and the ones that can't make it here. My 3 sons are here. My husband is here. So we got the band here.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you guys have set up in the living room, right? Or in the kitchen, and you're going to play a couple of songs. Good.
Yeah. Wait till Danny starts playing that concertina and Teddy blowing his horn.
Oh, boy.
Johnny will go on bass and Ted will go on drums.
Holy smokes. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
please tell.
you think so, huh?
Hey, please tell your husband that we said hello. And
well, he's right here, so you can say hello to him.
Well,
okay, hang in there.
I will do
when
that.
he gets here.
Okay.
He's busy right now.
Oh, he's
We'll get
busy.
him in a minute.
We'll get him in a minute.
No
He's
worries.
kind of busy
Hey,
right
listen,
now.
Gennie, I want to thank you so much. Once again, happy birthday. Thank you for joining Jerry and I on Polkas After Dark. We've got a few different collage pictures here that we are showing. But I want to start out the interview kind of like I do most interviews by asking you some very important questions. How old were you when you first heard your first polka song?
Oh, gee, my brother played with the high notes, so I was young. I was probably 10.
Oh, okay.
My family was all Polish. They listened to the polka shows. My mother listened to Father Houston. He wasn't a polka guy, but Polish. You know, he was a priest that talks on the radio.
Is that
so
right?
I would say I was very young. My family was very much into polkas.
Wow. Hey, Gennie, we know that you, of course, have a fantastic voice. All the different songs that we played yesterday, and we're going to do some more today after the interview, but you have released a couple of recordings with you singing contemporary music, which literally blew me away yesterday.
I love American music. I love contemporary music. I was brought up with my brothers and sisters, in the 40s. So I know a lot of those old songs and I love them. I put my phone on and I'll listen to those all day. I love polka music. Don't think that, no. Yes, well, that's what he's saying. My husband is kind of interjecting here. But no, I do love American music.
Well, that is fantastic. Now, how long have you been performing music?
I got to ask my husband. He said, how long have I been performing music? When did I start?
At the Omen.
At the Omen.
Mid-70s.
In the mid-70s.
In the mid-70s, okay. All right, so that's probably close to 45, 50 years anyhow. That totally...
Yeah, I was just a baby.
There you go. Amen to that. So was I. I was 3 when I started. Hey, also, one of the first times that I heard and saw the Windy City Brass, I believe you guys performed at Seven Springs in Champion, Pennsylvania.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And I remember the first time seeing the band, your husband was on drums and all the kids were there and just making everybody drool. All the musicians were standing in front of the band drooling, and all the guys and ladies were standing there listening to you perform and sing. And just what a fantastic band that that you folks had. Hey,
it was all fun time. It was good times.
Yeah, here. Hey, Gennie, do you play an instrument at all, or do you just sing?
Don't. They're making some movements here. I remember Rick Rizzuto told me a long time ago. He says, "Sure, you play an instrument, Gennie. You play the tambourine, which is
there you go.
That's an instrument, but that's as far as I go.
Beautiful.
Maybe a baton. I can pull a baton."
There you go. I'm going to be back and forth on a lot of my questions, so I do apologize. I'm apologizing up front, but how did the band, the Windy City Brass, get their name, Gennie?
Oh, maybe I should let the guys talk. I know what it is.
Johnny Food.
John Fermaniak. We gave him the name John Food.
He named the name. Yeah.
Who named him?
Johnny
Food named the band because John Fermaniak played with the Windy City Brass.
Okay.
In fact, he started with the Windy City Brass.
All right.
We started with the Windy. I don't know. There were at the Omen. It all started at the Omen.
Wow. I have a lot of questions about the Omen too. That song, After Hours at the Omen, whoever wrote that song really deserves an award themselves because everybody, when they hear that song, they just go crazy. Windy City Brass performed it. There are a lot of other bands that performed it. And of course, the Project is going to be performing that on their New Year's Eve, I should say, New Year's Eve appearance over at the Embassy Suites in Ohio. Don't know if you and Teddy are going to be able to make it out there, but I know it's going to be a very memorable gig for the Project. But After Hours at the Omen, who actually wrote that?
Our son John.
Okay, Johnny did. And again, I've always, it's kind of funny when you hear certain songs, you kind of imagine certain things. And on that particular song, Gennie, I have always wondered if anybody was out there that was able to do a video almost like a cartoon video. Because when you hear the words to the song, you can picture the shot glasses jumping into the sink. And it's just amazing. What a very talented family you have. And hats off to John for orchestrating that song.
Yes, we get a lot of compliments on that song, and we're happy.
Yeah,
it's a moving song.
Oh, it sure is. It sure is. Now, do you have a favorite song that you like to sing? And it could be any genre whatsoever. But do you have a favorite song that when you're up there on stage and you perform, is there something that is very special and very meaningful to you?
Let me think about that.
Sure.
I kind of like them all, but my favorite, actually, I do like the song with my husband and I sing in 12 Angels Waltz.
12 Angels Waltz, okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And oddly enough, I do have that in my repertoire for today, so I'm sure I'll be playing that after the interview. Well, let me also ask you this. Who did you idolize, Gennie, when you were growing up?
Pardon? Who did I like?
Who did you idolize?
Oh, gee. Probably somebody from the High Notes. My brother Joe.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. No, I kind of knew some of the guys from the Naturals, and I wasn't too much into Little Wally, but isn't it? That's where I met my husband at a Little Wally dance on the north side.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, good gosh.
So I think that was one of the first times I saw Little Wally, and people were going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Not too many people were dancing. They were all like in front of the bandstand, just dancing, singing and swaying and whatever you want.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
but
go ahead.
I don't know. I really can't answer that. There's so many.
Okay.
That I know. Mm-hmm.
Well,
okay.
How about this? Do you have a favorite place that you used to perform, excluding the Omen?
Not the Omen. Where did you like to play?
Did you have a favorite place that you liked to play and perform at?
Hold on a minute.
Sure.
Trio. No, there were. I don't know. That's a tough question because
she liked to play that wasn't the Omen. Besides the Omen.
Oh, we had fun times in Omaha.
Oh, really? Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. Our friends, Pat and Norb Bojanski, used to follow us almost, they were our fans and we were their fans. No, how did I say that? My kids are saying that's okay. But they were like family to us. I mean, they were just fantastic people. They're both deceased now, and we miss them. And Pat would call us off and they'd say, "When are you guys coming in? When are you coming in?" Because we stayed by her house. They wouldn't let us go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And but no, they. I would give a lot of the band credit to Pat and Norba Jancy. I love those guys. They were great.
Oh, that's great. So did you get a chance to go to Omaha a lot through the years?
Yes. They booked us out there at the Polish Home, I think it was called.
A couple times.
Yeah, a few times at the Polish Home. We even... the Bell of boat cruise that Pat got us on the what?
Missouri River.
On the Missouri.
Brownville was the boat.
Belle of Brownville was the name of the boat, and that was on the Missouri River.
Wow.
And it was, I mean, this was all Pat and Norb's doing. And when we got on that boat, she had sailor hats for all the guys and for me. They were just fantastic people. Fantastic.
Wow. Hey,
and yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no. You go right ahead, please.
Well, yeah, it made the Omaha newspaper too because the boat got stuck. There was a fog, I guess.
Oh,
and
you
the
got to
boat
be
couldn't go
kidding
any
me.
further. So
Did the beans fall off the boat? Mom needs to get a little bit of water. We had to get off the boat, but just take a sip, Ma, so you can keep talking.
No, that's great. Who is
It
this?
was quite the trip, but it made the papers.
Oh, jeez. Is this
Hold
Teddy?
on a second. She's just wetting her whistle. Here you go.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I sure can, and
I can't whistle anymore. You know, if I had a wooden whistle and a wooden whistle. No, I goofed it up. What is it, Ted? Come on. Well, I will. I was going to say that. And then I got a steel whistle, and I still couldn't whistle. Now I have a tin whistle. Now I tin whistle.
Oh, jeez. That's funny. Hey, Gennie. Hey, Gennie, do you have a favorite genre of music that you listen to when you're not listening to polkas?
Oh, yeah. I would say the songs from the 50s.
You got a lot of 50s songs that you love, huh?
Oh, I love the 50s.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of songs in the 40s because of my siblings. They would listen to American music, and I knew a lot of those songs, you know, World War II. And so I really love that kind of music. I like all the other, I love Latin American. I love, I almost love all the American songs.
Do you?
Spanish songs, Latin, and what else? Oh, yeah, we did. The next step was, we did polkas, but it was more American, and that's when I did almost all my American songs.
Wow. Well, you know,
we went to Florida. I'm glad these guys were supposed to talk, but they're telling me what to say. But I appreciate it, you know, because I can't remember everything, and I'm trying to pass the phone on to them. But we did play in Florida quite a bit.
Oh, you did? Whereabouts?
Yeah, the next step. There was 3 pieces. Well, one time we played for Marion Lush, Windy City Brass.
Oh.
We played that in Florida.
Okay.
And what? Fort Lauderdale. I don't remember. But the next step, we played quite a few times in Florida. In fact, my husband bought a trailer because it was cheaper to get in a trailer than to keep being in the motels.
Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Good. It worked out good for us. So.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, and Lynn Grabowski-Kaminsky says to say hello, and she also made a comment here on Facebook. She said she sounds just like Doris Day, and I have to admit you do now that she brings that up.
Yeah, well, the Chet Schaefer on the Chet Schaefer show, I think he picked out like 3 female vocalists, and I don't know who the other 2 were. I can't remember, but he did say that Doris Day was the one that I saw, and I loved her songs. You know, the Secret Love and all those. That's Once I Had a Secret Love.
Yeah.
In fact, I was doing, or my brother, my oldest son Teddy, and I were, and my husband were at this one place, Studio 31. Well, it's not there anymore, but they had a. What do you call those? No, no. What do you call it? Karaoke.
Karaoke. Okay.
And I would sing some songs, and they were pretty nice. In fact, Teddy says, "I didn't know you know all those songs," but Teddy and I also off the karaoke, we would do Something Stupid.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
That's a name.
Yeah.
See, no, the song title was something stupid, but Donnie and Marie. That's right. We did Donnie and Marie. But that was my husband and I. That was I'm leaving it all up to you.
Oh gosh,
And
yeah, yeah.
we had this one Spanish, Mexican, Ray Reyes. And when we do that song, he would say, "I'm leaving it all up to you, Taju." My husband said.
Hey, you know
so
what?
So that came out nice.
You know what, Gennie? I have to interrupt because we also have two very special female vocalists whom you know and who you've actually performed with at one point or another. Mary Lou Cerniak is joining us from Minnesota, and we also have Didi Ogrodny that is on Facebook Live with us, and she is here in the chat room, and she's listening to the interview with you, and just some wonderful talent out there. Mentioning Mary Lou Cerniak, let me ask you this. You did a recording not too long ago with the guys, some of the guys in Freeze Dried performed it, and it was called the Divas. And what a fantastic recording that was.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit of that with us? What was it like in the studio performing with these gals? Because Anya Pivovarczyk was another gal that was part of the Divas.
Exactly. Those girls were great. I love them all. What was it like in the studio when we were recording?
What was it like when you guys were singing together?
It was in my son's Danny's basement. They had all the guys, I think, did the songs, right? And then we just went into the songs.
Yeah.
And yes, and Lil Kaminsky, of course, that was her. She was there.
Yeah.
Anya, Pivovarczyk, and Mary Lou Cerniak. So,
Yes.
I mean, we're like family, like sisters. You know, I always liked Mary Lou Cerniak. We used to get along pretty well. In fact, the husband's name? Bill Cerniak.
Your voices blend so well together on that recording.
I remember Bill Cerniak had like this real short curly hair.
Yeah.
And around that time, I had my short curly hair. So we called each other brother and sister. Yeah. Those perms were something else. I got off the bus at Omaha in there, and I had one of those tight curls. Oh my God, I felt like Harpo Marx. I did.
Hey,
it was really funny. Why did I do this? Excuse me.
No, go ahead. Where did you learn to speak Polish and sing in Polish?
Oh, give me 1 minute, please.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a lot of... Okay. Now, what did you say? I'm sorry.
No, I apologize, because I know it's kind of crazy there with you celebrating your birthday and everybody's having a good time. Hey, real quick, have you had any cake yet?
Fun.
Have you had any cake yet?
Any what?
Cake. Birthday cake.
Oh, yeah. They got me a birthday cake. Oh yeah.
So you had a chance to eat some of that already?
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, you're waiting? Oh, geez. Well,
they brought some fixins over here, to make some sandwiches and things.
Good.
And snacks. And there was only 8 of us. There's a lot of food.
Oh, geez.
But what did you ask me now about? You asked me a question.
Yeah, actually about a whole bunch of things. Where did you learn how to sing or speak in Polish?
Okay, that's a good story. My mom and dad both came from Poland. They came to the United States and they were married in the United States at St. Francois on Noble Street, where I went to grammar school and high school there. Well, my mom and dad spoke Polish almost all the time. In fact, all my older siblings speak Polish like, they can make a conversation.
Okay.
And I could do that, but on little not too good with some of the Polish, especially when they start giving you paragraphs, talking. I'll catch a lot of things. But anyway, then when I was in high school, third and fourth year, we had language. And they had like a choice of German, Latin, something else in Polish.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, I'm going to take Polish because I'm used to that. I could use it. I would say that's where I picked up a lot of Polish too. The correct pronunciations and things. And my mother-in-law was excellent. She would help me out. I would go downstairs with a song that was in Polish, and I knew some of it, but I asked her, like, what does this song mean? What do these words mean? And all that. And she would help me out a lot. So I give her a lot of credit. And of course, my husband would correct me on some words, which was perfect. And I'm not embarrassed to say, when I pronounce something wrong, I'm not embarrassed to say, if there's somebody Polish and wants to say the correct pronunciation, I appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
I really do. I don't feel like they're putting me down or whatever. But I think it's perfect. It's like having a teacher with you all the time.
Oh, sure. That's great. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. That's and all, like I said, among the brothers and sisters, and all my sisters married Polish girls. My brothers married Polish girls. I mean, Americanized Polish.
Sure.
And, yeah. But hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. My husband.
Gennie O's. Oh, my dad is saying he just wants to interject what his favorite Gennie O song was.
Oh,
what was that?
It was by Stash Belanda.
By Stash Belanda. Stash Belanda brought it or wrote it? All I ever need is you. So that's my dad's favorite.
Well, you know what? We played that. I don't know if you got a chance to catch the beginning of the show or not. But that's one of the songs that we played.
He played it on the show, Dad. So we're going to listen again because of the delay. We can't listen to it all together. So we're going to listen with my dad later. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Okay.
Now, also, Gennie, what recording studios have you recorded at? You had mentioned that you did in Danny's basement with the Divas, but tell me some of the other studios that you've had the opportunity to record
we did Bel Air. What was the one downtown? Universal.
Oh, wow.
Zem, and was the one with Chet Schaefer? Was that a studio? His son did the. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, so it was Universal, Bel Air, and Zem Studios. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Kaminsky.
Kaminsky for the Divas.
Yeah. No, we did our last song.
Kaminsky did the last two.
Did you hear them talking?
Oh, yeah, I sure do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there were like 4. Yeah, Family Album was by, did it in Kaminsky's house in the basement.
Okay, gotcha.
And he fixed it up just for us.
Oh, wow. That's great. They're very accommodating, those Kaminskys, I'll tell you. Extremely accommodating.
Great. Yes, they're very good, very nice.
Yeah.
I've even thought of maybe just doing some American with Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Piano work. Oh, I love that. That would be all American.
Yeah.
But I would love to do something like that before I go.
That would be great. Now, hey, Gennie, I want you to close your eyes for me, okay? Close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that you are on stage singing with your favorite band or artist, non-polka. So who would that be? Who would you love to be up there on stage singing next to?
No, probably Sinatra.
Oh.
I loved, let me see, Tito Puente. Tito Puente. That's a Spanish band.
Okay.
And then also Xavier Cugat. They had great music.
Oh, wow, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, even that, but no, I wouldn't mind singing with Frank Sinatra.
Oh, wow. That would have been great to hear your voice with Sinatra. Maybe somebody, with the talented kids that you have, and Kaminsky, maybe at some point they'll be able to grab something of the sound bites of Frank Sinatra, maybe when he was singing with Nancy, and be able to dub your voice in over top of. That would be great to hear.
That's what it would be. But that's the song I do with my son Teddy, Something Stupid.
Yeah.
That was Nancy and Frank Sinatra.
I remember that very, very well. Yeah. What a great song, too.
Yeah, it is. And I think I went off a couple times on the harmony, but Teddy would always say, "It's good, Mom. It's good."
Wow.
So.
Okay, now I also want you to think long and hard. Where is the biggest crowd that you ever performed in front of, Gennie? The largest crowd.
I would say IPA when it was in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
That's when we had people around us, And, I loved it. The red carpet.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The IPA sponsor the. We were out there for the whole weekend. We left the Omen and we went.
Gotcha. Well, the red carpet, I remember playing that with the Sounds back in the late 70s, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a lot of fun.
That was probably us. Yeah, that's about the time we would be there too. I think in the middle 70s, late 70s, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I remember. When did we play IPA? In the 70s.
Yeah, it was in the 70s. The late 70s.
Yeah, okay.
And, what about what was that, picnic? Wait, I forgot what I was going to say.
No, go ahead.
I can't, what was that guy's name in the lot in Pennsylvania, I think?
The guy in the lot in Pennsylvania. Who's the guy in the lot in Pennsylvania, guys?
We got that shirt, Zip.
Zip Lubovinsky.
Yeah, we played for him a couple times.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that was great.
Yeah.
And then my husband would run dances at the Sabre Room, which was fantastic. Those were crowds. He pulled one year, I think he had like 11 bands.
Oh, wow.
He had Sounds. He had Scrubby. He had, I think, the Brass.
Oh.
But 11 bands, and that was a fantastic crowd.
Oh,
I would say that would probably be the biggest.
That would be number one then for you. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
How about musicians? Let's say now, let's get back to polka side. And what band would you have loved to have performed with, either past or present, that you never had the opportunity to go up and sing with?
I don't know. Yeah. I'm going back to the high notes again.
Okay.
But no, there's. Yeah. Outside of polkas, you said?
No. In polkas. In polkas, yes.
I did go a couple times with he called me up. Lenny Gomulka called me to sing.
Oh, is that
one
right?
Or two songs with his band, yeah. And Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
I did Eddie's Christmas show too.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. That was beautiful. At the Sabre Room, right? Mm-hmm.
And Chet Kolakowski, when I was visiting him with Jerry, I want to say maybe 3-4 years ago, we went out to Chicago for one of the bonfires, and unfortunately he had canceled it due to inclement weather. It was raining like crazy, but we ended up staying in Chicago, and we were over there with him and his lovely gal who since has left us, unfortunately.
Yes.
But we went over there and we watched a whole bunch of videos that he had of the Sabre Room with all the different skits and everything that Eddie did, and just amazing. And I think you may have been in one of them now, come to think of it. Yeah. But those Christmas shows were great.
Oh, that was great. I felt great up there. I felt like a star.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, hold on.
Sure.
My dad just wants to comment that Eddie Blazonczyk said my mom was one of the most professional acts he had in his show. Or the most. I'm sorry, the most. Okay.
That's great. Hey,
And
hey,
all
Gennie.
those musicians. Yes.
Gennie, do you want to put Ted Sr. on, your hubby? I'd like to get a chance to shout at him for a couple of seconds.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, here you go.
You want to talk to you? Don't accidentally hang up. I gotta find the right ear first.
You sound as bad as me, Ted. How are you, sir?
Well, not doing too bad. I'm still here.
Yeah, there you go. And you got your beautiful bride there that celebrated another happy birthday, which is great. But I wanted to get a chance to ask you maybe one or two questions, Ted. And thank you so much for, letting us invade your Sunday with your wife's happy birthday, because I know you got a lot of things that you want to do with the family. But I thank you so much for sharing her with us. And I also want to ask you, tell me a good story about the Omen, because you had that for quite a while, didn't you?
Oh, the Omen?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing comes to my mind is we had a group of about 6 or 8 people that used to come there all the time, and they were called the Horny Corner. But as far as, Marion Lush started 1 year with me every Sunday, starting in January.
Really?
And and he actually drew the most drinkers.
Oh, did he really? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, Lush was something else, really.
Oh, yeah.
But he was not as professional as Eddie Blazonczyk. I look up to Eddie as
oh, yeah.
The top professional guy, at least in Chicago.
Oh, yes.
Not mentioning Jimmy Stewart or anything like that.
Oh, sure.
And Eddie complimented us quite a few times, and I think he really meant it. There was one job we started playing with him, and when he got off the stage, he says, "Geez," he said, "what you guys do?" He says, you sound like a recording up there." And that was with Joe Kobilak, too. And then there was one other one that I got to tell you about this one, too.
Sure.
This was when cordless microphones were coming into place,
Okay.
And, of course, Gennie had a cordless microphone. And we were playing in some big hall. I don't know what it is. And so I told her, you go out into the hall, way in the back behind the door. And when we start playing, you start singing. And you come in from the back door. And everybody, because so when she started singing, everybody's looking around. Where the hell is it going? And then she even said, he says, "What are you trying to do? Outdo me or something?" That was something else too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the only other thing I can mention is I sold about 200 sets of earrings at one of the in Milwaukee.
Oh, really?
That Saturday. Well, I didn't. I was more or less requested to bring him in, even though there were some people that said, I made money off the IPA, and that wasn't my intention.
Sure.
But when you walked in on Saturday night, there had to be 100 women with those earrings.
Oh,
and
wow.
I wish the hell I could have got a picture of it, because that's in my mind. It's a remembrance. But the guy that was making the earrings for me, he kind of faded away. So, but these are kind of memories that I guess they probably mean more to me.
Yeah.
Because you had to be there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Sort of
And,
thing.
seeing the pictures are one thing, but having that embedded in your mind, like you're saying, Ted, you can't replace that at all. Pictures would be nothing. Because you wouldn't be able to describe walking into that hall and seeing those 100 women plus in those earrings.
And 200 lights. Because they each had 2 ears.
Yeah. Oh, that is priceless. Hey, so tell me a little bit, Ted, while I have you on the phone here. What was it like to play on the stage with your talented family? Because not everybody can say that.
Well, I don't know what to say except this. That, because we had the Omen, they were exposed to polka music, okay?
Yeah.
And one of their favorites, believe it or not, was the Thor Slash. You remember him?
Oh, I sure do.
Oh, he used to have the siren and all the sounds. Spike Jones at a polka field, and my kids used to come out there just to watch him. But I have to say that I didn't really push them into the music, but obviously it was a big part of their growing up. And, the talent was theirs. It got to the point where they get too good for me. I could still play drums with them.
Sure.
Trumpet, I did a couple albums on the trumpet, and but then Johnny came in on trumpet, and another thing I might put in that's very little known. I played the electric bass for about 2 years with the Windy City Brass.
I remember that too.
And I even recorded one song with them.
I remember watching you play bass on stage.
So I used to really get my rocks off when I played all 3 instruments in one night.
Oh.
That was a thrill for me,
Oh, that is great.
Played the trumpet, played the bass, and played the drums. We did it. I think on the New Year's Eve. That was recorded on I don't know what was Star. No, the New Year's Eve thing.
Oh,
because that was but this went all the way out to Florida.
Oh, wow.
And then Ron died, and I think we only have one copy that left, I think.
I have always said, Ted, that, the musicianship of any talented guy out there, it's really not considered a talent. It's considered a God-given gift. And I think you'd have to agree with me.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be something you enjoy, because
yes,
let me get a little sentimental here.
Sure.
I'll tell you one more story. I don't remember exactly where it was, but we were setting up to play, and a woman came up to us in a wheelchair, and she said, "Gennie, oh," and so my wife said, "Yeah, that's me." She said, "Oh, am I so glad that I can come out and hear you." She said, "I've got cancer." And she said, "I didn't even take my pills today because I knew I was going to hear you." And believe me, it cracked me up. It just sent chills to me.
Oh, sure.
Because a lot of people think music is good times and fun. But, when you can do something like that, my God, it makes you feel so good.
Oh, sure.
And, I could probably keep going on and still forget tons of things.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Obviously, our out-of-town jobs were fun for the most part, but our biggest year for out-of-town jobs was, I think, the kind of the straw that broke the back, because we'd have to leave on a Thursday and, then travel all night Sunday so that the kids could get to work and everything.
Yeah.
And it was only 12 road jobs, but it was all over the country.
Oh, boy.
And it was 12 weekends. And it actually exhausted us, really.
Oh, sure.
Because the people would say, well, come to my house after we're going to have the little party. And well, you know what that meant.
Oh,
that meant
sure.
Drinking again.
That meant a couple of pops. Yep, exactly.
Well, the thing is, we still had to sleep and drive the next day.
Yeah.
But you know what they had to mind. But,
sure.
But, that's minor. Like I said, Laz is still my hero, as far as I'm concerned.
Amen to that.
I did try, I feel he played a very nice straight bass.
Oh, yes.
I tried to copy him because he didn't play the real fancy stuff, But anyway, there's other people there I don't know if you want to talk to. It was a pleasure. My God, at my age doing this, and talking to you, and, there'll be a lot of people listening to it.
Well,
I feel very privileged.
Ted, the feeling is mutual. I have to interrupt you because to be able to speak with you and Gennie, I thank your son Ted for putting this together, because I'm going to be interviewing Teddy, Johnny, and Danny in just a couple of weeks, because we're going to be talking all about that New Year's Eve extravaganza, which is going to be coming up with the project at the end of December.
Oh, yeah.
And, so I'm going to be talking with your sons on here in a couple of weeks. So, but also I want you to know something. When you hang up tonight, and I'm going to talk to Gennie a little bit more just for a couple more minutes, and then I'll let her go too. But when you hang up tonight, the boys will be able to play this entire interview for you on YouTube, because it's going to be there forever and a day. Once we sign off at 7 p.m. Eastern time, that's 6 p.m. your time, once we sign off, it's going to be there forever and a day. And you can download it, the kids can download it, whatever, to keep it, as a little keepsake, but it's going to be there. And Ted, I can't thank you enough personally for spending, the 10 minutes, 15 minutes that you did. I really wasn't expecting that, but boy, you shared so many fabulous stories, so many great stories. And you know what? Maybe there'll come a time where I'll get a hold of you and we can just chat off air, because I'm sure you have a lot more stories that you could share.
Yeah, it's probably so. Yeah. See, I feel I immortalized Gennie O, and now you're doing that to me.
Well, hey,
and you'll be doing it with my kids. And don't forget that one of the highlights of the Windy City Brass was New Year's Eve. So when they talk about what they're going to be doing, maybe they can give a little mixture of that too.
Yeah,
that was
here.
That, and we did get phone calls from Florida that they heard things. And I'm a little up in age, and I'm a little talked out now, but I appreciate so much what you're doing for us, and it will be another memory, without a doubt.
Well, thank you, Ted. And hand the phone over to your bride. I'm going to keep her on the phone for maybe 5 more minutes, and then I'll let her go, and you guys can have some birthday cake and some food and just kick back and enjoy yourselves for the rest of the evening.
Well, thank you very much. And like I said, it's an honor for us too. So I'll give it to Gennie now, okay?
Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you too. Hello.
And you're back, hon. Hey, listen, I have 2 more questions that I want to ask you, Jen, before we let you go. And again, I can't thank you enough. Jerry has been sitting here patiently this whole time. She's been laughing at the different stories. She just loves hearing about all of this. And
I heard her.
And
Tell her we appreciate all that fun. Her laughing.
It is
She's
my
gotta
pleasure.
If we ever do a fun album, she'll be on there laughing.
Oh, there you go. Hey, that would be
Count me in.
That would be great, most definitely. Hey, Jenny, I have 2 more questions, very important questions to ask you. Do you have a favorite breakdown story of when you were traveling anywhere and the van broke down, the car broke down, whatever? Do you have a favorite breakdown story that you can share with us?
Oh, I don't know. There was one that Johnny jumped out of the back and on the road, right, Johnny? Yeah, he said something. He's going to get a feel for the road, so he opened up the back part, and the van, because the van was breaking down, and he jumped out into the road, and I think he said, "I'll never do that again." Did he? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, really? Ted was just saying, I don't remember that, but he said we had a road trip in Bologna, fell out of them, but I don't remember that one. So I don't. Boys, do you remember that?
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
But I'll tell you, that was another great guy. Was Stash Bologna.
Oh yes.
My God, he was so funny. He'd come to the Omen during the day, when we were there, and as a musician, he was funny. He was always nice to me, always good to me.
Yeah.
And like I said, remember this one time he came into the Omen in the evening, and I was there because I was in the kitchen. And he says, "Jenny, come here. I want you to learn this song." And that was All I Ever Need Is You. And then he wrote another one, Going Back Home. Now that I think is an original.
Oh, wow.
Going Back Home with Sash Belanda. And he was singing with me on that album.
Going Back Home.
Going Back Home with Gennie and Sash Belanda.
I'll be doggone. Now, was that a polka or a waltz? Or what was it?
That was a polka.
It was a polka. Okay. All right. I don't know if I have that, but maybe I'll reach out to Jennifer, Diane, and Erica and see if I can't get a hold of a copy of that, if that was recorded and released.
Yeah. It was on, what album was it?
On the first one.
On the first album. Windy City Polkas. It was on that.
Oh, okay. Windy City Polkas. Okay. I'm going to have to actually look for that. Maybe I have that, maybe I don't. But, okay, now my final question to you, and then I'm going to let you go spend some time with your beloved family there.
Well, thank you. This was a pleasure.
Oh, you can't even imagine what this has done for Jerry and I. You really don't know. And I'm sure that once this is done, I told your husband, once this is done, this is going to be available on YouTube forever and a day. You'll be able to listen to the interview later on tonight or tomorrow or anytime next week. Whenever you feel like it, because all you have to do is pop on YouTube, type in Polkas After Dark, Gennie O interview, and boom, it's going to pop right up there. So it would get you right to it. My final question for you is, what would you say to someone just getting started in music? Now, they could either be a musician, they could be a singer, songwriter, they could be somebody that just wants to be a front person. But what would you say to that person, Gennie, to let them know the secret of success?
Okay. I would say love what you're doing. Put your whole heart and soul in it. Because that's how I feel when I'm up on stage.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing. Especially with, I'm prejudiced, but I love having my sons and my husband up there with me.
Oh, sure.
They're the best to me. And that's the only band I would love to play with forever. And right now, we don't do that many jobs, but we do. The kids are still keeping me into the singing. They said, "We're doing this for you, Ma," and I love it. I love it. I could be dying here. Well, I'm not dying, but I mean, being in achy pain and stuff like that. And when I get up on stage, I just move. When I start hearing that music,
yep.
I can't I can't just stand there and sing. I got to jump around.
Yeah.
And then the guys got me at this cordless phone, and I go around the people. We play at this Ziggy's Lounge, and I go to the people, and they're all laughing and clapping. And then at the very end, we do Picha Vodka. And my brother-in-law used to sing that, but not the words I use.
Okay.
And then I go and I mention 4 people's names. And then I'll go to the next person. Good night, Teddy. Good night, Becky. Good night, everybody. And then I go to the next couple. And that's how we end the night.
Oh, that's great.
I love doing that. I love being with the people, and I just love it. It's singing is my soul, my heart.
Well,
and my kids and my husband.
I also have to tell you what I told Ted. We are going to be interviewing your 3 sons in a couple of weeks, which is going to be nice. And so you'll be able to sit back and listen to it while we have a lot of craziness and frivolity on the on the telephone.
Boys. They're all goofy.
Oh yeah, and I love every minute of it. You know, Johnny and Teddy have a special place in my heart, but your son Danny, and he'll allude to as why at some point, but we just love to get a chance to sit down and chat.
Yes,
I mean, it's amazing. And I am looking so forward to New Year's Eve with Jerry over at that New Year's Eve extravaganza put on by Pukoyashu in Ohio and Independence at the Embassy Suites coming up on Saturday, December 30th, because we're just going to have a lot of fun just talking to these guys, you know, in person, which we haven't done in a long, long time. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you will have a great time with them because they make me laugh.
Yeah. And they're very talented
guys. Even when they give me their wise remarks, I still kind of laugh at them, and I give them one right back.
Oh, that's great. Hey, Gennie, thank you so much for letting us take you away from the family. Gosh, it's been almost an hour. We love you, kiddo. You know that. Thank you so very much. And
me here love you too, all of us. All the O's. All the O's.
Thank you so much.
That's one thing. Let me just say this one thing. This was funny. Carol Burnett was on one of the shows, talk shows, and they were talking about the Hollywood sign. And I wish I could have got that one part that she said. She says, "Oh yes," and I just love those O's. If I could find that again. Here, even Carol Burnett loves us.
I will have to search YouTube for that because I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Oh yeah,
I'll try to locate it.
It must have been Johnny Carson. I think I'm not too sure about it. But,
okay.
Yeah, it had to be Johnny Carson.
Well, again, thank you so very much. God bless you. And until our paths cross again, stay well, stay healthy, and most definitely keep singing and keep playing.
And happy birthday. And happy birthday.
Yes, and happy birthday once again.
Yes, and that second album, Windy City Brass keeps on singing, and they're going to be.
And that's great. That's great. Hey, you mentioned that you sang with Teddy on the 12 Angels Waltz.
My husband, yes.
Oddly enough, I have that right here, and that's what we're gonna end this segment with. But thanks so much, Gennie. Have yourself a great week, all of you.
Oh, thank you, and I appreciate this.
Bye-bye.
Love you all.
Love you too, honey. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you so much.
What a talented family that is. That's the Okshesheks, the O's, as Gennie calls them. And folks, if you missed any part of this interview this evening, well, make sure that you tune in to Polkas After Dark on YouTube after 7 p.m. this evening Eastern Standard Time, because that will be aired in its entirety and it will be there on YouTube forever and a day. Marianne Brzezinski, thank you for the comments. Also, Barb Wozniak is here. Rick Beekler, Abasha Lynn, and Bob, hello to you guys. Mary Lou Cerniak, David Lubovinsky, all the folks that are tuning in here. Gosh, I saw a very good friend of ours, Lynn Dixon, Quinlivan. She is in here. She was watching for a little bit. And also Carol Barron, we thank you guys ever so much. Mr. Mark Gordon from the Buffalo Bisons, thank you for stopping by. Also Sue Howard and Tim, good evening to you. Tim Lubovinsky is also on with Sue, his lovely wife. And we've got another Tim too, and that's Tim Creenan and Mary Ann. So we want to say hi to you kids. John Subcheck and Marge down in Florida. Just a lot of folks here now that are chiming in with a whole bunch of stuff. Mr. Pete Chacho, Ted and Deborah Kliss, Kim Rozak. Thank you. Mr. Nicky D. Sebastiano. Great to see him here as well. Vincent Marie Sosnowski. Oh gosh, just a whole bunch of people still in the chat room here. And if you tuned us in early, well, we mentioned something we didn't mention, but Mr. Greg Schwoidak was kind enough to make mention of something that's going to be coming up here on November the 15th. That is a Wednesday evening, and that, of course, is the Buffalo Polka Booster Meeting. And here's something very important to know about that meeting. Hey, folks, I've been asked by Chris Tansky, the Buffalo Polka Booster president, to give you a little message regarding the meeting coming up November the 15th, and I figured, well, the best way to do it is to put Mr. Greg Schwoidak on the radio here, so go right ahead, Gregory.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Jerry. And certainly thank you to Chris Tansky and all of the board of directors and members of the Buffalo Polka Boosters. It was about a month ago, and, you know, I love to get involved with charities through my radio show and really kind of elicit a positive response as we support Western New Yorkers that are not as well off as we may be. And I had a conversation with Sister Janice, who's the powerhouse, along with her entire staff at St. Albert's Response to Love Center. And I said, you know what, Sister Janice, holidays are coming up. I'd really like to kind of get behind a special project. And she says, you know what, God brought you to me today, Greg, because I have one in mind. She says, we are preparing holiday packets for the less fortunate. And these aren't people that just automatically sign up. They're vetted by the Response to Love Center. Their needs are immense and deep. And she says, we wanted to give them a giveaway for the holiday, something that they may not buy for themselves, and that's bedding. And I says, okay, bedding. And she says, no, but wait, we've got the pillowcases, we have the sheets, we have the bedspread to go over the bed, but Greg, we don't have the pillows. And I said, you know what, Sister Janice, it is an absolute perfect project for us. And I want to thank the Buffalo Polka Boosters for helping us out. It's something that we coined the Pillows and Prayers Project for the Response to Love Center. What we're doing is collecting new unused pillows that we are going to make a mass distribution to Sister Janice and all the staff at the Response to Love Center so that they can include it in their holiday gift giving season. You know what? I stopped by Walmart a couple of days ago. Pillows were only $4. I mean, it's less than a cup of coffee at one of those big box places that you drive by a million times. Want to thank all the people who have already reached out to the Response to Love Center, but we need hundreds of pillows. So what I'm asking for you to do is to, next time you're at, your Kohl's, your Walmart, your Targets, grab a pillow or two, and I'm going to be stationed with my vehicle outside the Buffalo Polka Boosters next monthly meeting, which is coming up, I believe, Wednesday, November the 15th. We'll load them directly in and make a donation. And I've said this a million times. You know what? The warm feeling you get for helping somebody that you don't even know is just multiplied 100 times. And Sister Janice assures me that the prayers of the Pillows and Prayers Project will be prayers of thanksgiving from her staff there at the Response to Love Center and the recipients of such a meaningful gift. And she explains that, you know, some of these people sleep on couches or just a sleeping bag. And how can you sleep at night without something as simple as a pillow? So we're asking you to help support us, thanking the Buffalo Polka Boosters, and certainly you and Jerry Rob for helping us get the word out. It's our Pillows and Prayers Project to benefit the less fortunate through the Response to Love Center located on the east side of Buffalo. Going to be positioned right outside the Buffalo Polka Boosters meeting coming up on Wednesday, November the 15th. And I believe that's 445 Columbia Avenue, just outside the doors of the Response to Love Center. We'll take checks made out to the Response to Love Center. We will take pillows, we'll load them up and deliver them on your behalf. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you guys for helping me out in what I consider is a huge, worthwhile project. Rob and Jer, thanks for your support.
And you got that anytime, Greg. And we, Jerry and I, are going to try our best to make it out there on Wednesday, November the 15th for the Buffalo Polka Booster the meeting on Wednesday evening. And usually, I think it starts at around 7 and it usually ends around, I believe, 10:30. So if you can, please try to make it. If you can't bring a pillow, maybe you want to make a donation. Any donation would be greatly appreciated. And just private message us and we'll get you over to Greg. Or if you have Greg Schwoidak's Facebook page or his personal page, you can go ahead and send him a private message as well. Hey, Jerry, why don't you mention a little bit about the Pukoyashu Presents?
How can I do a little bit? You always give me that. Here, do a little bit. No, I can't do a little bit. I got to do a lot of it.
Okay, we'll
right.
Try to do a little bit.
Pukoyashu Presents.
That was great. Okay, and now, Jared, no, thank you so much. That was perfect. That was just a little bit, just enough.
Okay, just enough.
No, go ahead.
Pukoyashu presents another New Year's Eve weekend extravaganza at the Embassy Suites. And that is located at 5800 Rockside Woods Boulevard in Independence, Ohio.
Well.
Yep.
That was
Friday night, it's going to be Robin and I starting things off from 8 p.m. until midnight. So as you come in, you can come and visit us in our room. It's not really a room.
It is
a
meeting
room, not our hotel room. It's a meeting room.
No.
And we'll be doing a live broadcast then. We're also going to do a live broadcast on Saturday, December 30th in the afternoon. Time to be determined on that one. But after we're done doing our stuff and after we do our brisk walk, Top Golf, sip and paint, trivia, then we're going to go to the dance Saturday, December 30th with The Project and Michael Costa and the Beat. Doors open at 3, music and dancing from 4 to 10, and then there's a jam session from 10 p.m. until midnight. There will be food for purchase, and that event is only $25 per person. 16 and under is $10. On New Year's Eve, Sunday, December 31st, there will be another brisk walk with Pukoyashu, yoga, Roman Catholic Mass, Bloody Mary party with DJ Bruce Z, and bingo. When we're all done with those festivities, we're going to hit the hall at 4:30. Dinner's going to be at 5, music and dancing from 5:30 to 1 with Michael Costa and the Beat, the Dynabrass, and Polka Family. That event is $125, and that includes dinner. For both days, it's $145, which isn't bad at all. Hotel room rates are $121 for single or double occupancy. Triple or quad is $131. That includes a 2-hour complimentary happy hour. And breakfast the next day with an omelet bar. And Jeff made me hungry yesterday as he was describing that. It's really, really worth it.
Yes.
You can give the Embassy Suites a call at 216-986-9900. Mention room block code PK5.
PK5. So that's P as in Puko, K as in kindness, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but PK5. Remember that when you call the hotel.
For more information, you can reach out to Michael Pukowski at 908-209-9843 or give Jeff Yash a call at 518-281-1587.
Well.
I know, I did that without making that many mistakes. So he must be impressed.
Congratulations. Good for you.
That was a good well.
Hey, and also Jill Cherniak had mentioned that her mom and dad would be celebrating 53 years of wedded bliss this coming Tuesday.
Aw.
Yeah. Hey, why not a little bit of Windy City Brass with a little bit of the anniversary waltz?
There were stars in the skies, except for a few that were there in your eyes. Dear, as I held you so close in my arms, angels were singing a hymn to your chimes. Two hearts gently beating were murmuring low. My darling, I love you so. Dear, as I held you so close in my arms, angels were singing a hymn to your chimes. Two hearts gently beating were murmuring low. My darling, I love you so. Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed. Without our true love, though a word wasn't said, the world was in gloom. There were stars in the skies, except for a few that were there in your eyes. Dear, as I held you so close in my arms, angels were singing a hymn to your chimes. Two hearts gently beating were murmuring low. My darling, I love you so. Dear, as I held you so close in my arms, angels were singing a hymn to your chimes. Two hearts gently beating were murmuring low. My darling, I love you so.
Yeah, appropriately titled, and we sure do miss Billy. And also, Chris Tansky had reminded us that Big Steve, his anniversary is Tuesday, the 24th, since he has passed. Gosh, I can't remember. Died at a
24
very, very
years.
early age of 54 years old.
Wow.
His bride Arlene just celebrated a birthday. It was on Facebook, 80. I can say that, 80th birthday. God bless you, Arlene. We know that you don't get a chance to listen all the time, but we do want to say a happy belated birthday to you. And we also, let's see here, we had something else that we wanted to bring up here. You know, Billy has been gone. Jill's probably going to let us know how long. or Mary Lou, because they're both on. But we have a song that we have a lot of fun playing, and this was with Billy and Jerry, Jerry Zelazny and Billy Czerniak. And again, we love playing this song. We played it a lot during COVID. We don't play it a lot anymore. But here's something called the Roller Coaster Polka. Check this out. Wondering if this Jerry just said, or is this just the roller coaster? And the music hasn't started yet, so I think you're right, honey. Oh boy, I gotta find out where the heck I put that now, because it's definitely a great tune. And let's see if we can't bring this up here. Anyhow, let's try it this way. We're going to have to modify that puppy, aren't we, honey?
Yes, we are.
I clicked the button, it said roller coaster, and guess what? It was the roller coaster. It had nothing to do with the song. My apologies, Jill. My apologies, Mary Lou, but I'm sure we're going to be able to fix that at some point. Jeez, oh, whiz. And he, too, also passed away at 54.
Wow.
Man, that's just nuts. Totally crazy. Hey, we've got a song that we are going to bring up by Mr. Big Steve and the Bel Airs. And I am looking for the one that... Let me bring this up because I had... Yeah, you got the little clicking and clicking there in the background.
Black screen.
But how about a little bit of a song that Steve loved to sing and loved to play? Here's one called Violins Play for Me.
Grajcie mi,
Big Steve and the Bel Airs, a little bit of a tune called Violins Play for Me, Grajcie, Miszczepeczki. Jerry, why don't you mention a little bit about another event coming up in November, and that is going to be the Buffalo Polka Booster Christmas
not
Party.
in November.
Or December.
Yikes.
I'm thinking of
You
the
keep giving
November
me wrong
15th meeting.
information.
November 15th meeting was what I was thinking about.
Right.
Bring your pillows.
Okay, I just want to say, Chris, that wasn't me that messed that up.
No,
it was Robin.
I had the November 15th meeting on my mind for Buffalo Polka Boosters. Yeah. You
whatever.
know, I control your voice right here. I can really do some really cool stuff to you right now. So you better treat me nice.
Buffalo Polka Boosters Christmas Party will be held Saturday, December 9th, 2023 from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Music is by special delivery. Doors open at 6 p.m. with cash bar. Dinner is 6:30 p.m. sharp. Music and dancing from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Members are $30. Guests are $40. Quit playing with all the buttons over there.
Go ahead.
All tables will be assigned seating, and there are 8 to 10 per table. Advanced ticket sales only. Tickets must be purchased by December 1st, 2023.
Okay.
And the event will be held at the Polish Falcons at 445 Columbia Drive in Depew, New York. For more information or to reserve your tickets and table, you can give Chris Tansky a call at 716-771-1076 or Barb Morose 716-668-2694.
2694. You want to give that number again? Because I'm going to bring that up on the screen there now, too.
You should have not been playing with my levels there.
I wasn't.
Chris Tansky is 716-771-1076, and Barb Morose is 716-668-2694.
Yeah. Hey, Pete Skovrin joined us. He said, behave, Robin. Come on, knock it off, Peter.
Quit messing with me.
I'm not doing anything wrong. No, not me. Jeez, oh whiz. Hey, Polkas After Dark, I can't believe it is already 8 minutes before 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I cannot... this whole 2 hours just went by,
it did go by
like crazy.
Rather quickly.
We are so fortunate and so thankful to have been able to speak with Gennie on her birthday, Gennie Okrzeszek. But we also got a chance, oddly enough, to talk to Ted, her husband, and boy, wasn't that a lot of fun, too. I mean, holy smokes, he had a lot of stuff to bring to the table and a lot of memories that he shared with everybody, too. But, geez, thank you so much to everybody. Hey, you know what? Puko Yashu joined us last night to talk a little bit about some stuff.
Yes, they did.
Time to start thinking about New Year's Eve.
To tell you themselves. Well. Guess who's back? The dynamic duo. Of course. Huh? Talk about a weekend coming up on December 29th, 30th, and 31st. We start with Robin and Jerry welcome party. Saturday morning, Top Golf, brisk walks with our fat asses. Free breakfast. The project and the beat. Saturday, December 30th. Wow. You don't want to miss this. And if that wasn't enough, a jam session afterwards?
Absolutely. Bring your instruments. We're going to have a knockout jam session at night after the dance is over. And then we lead into New Year's Eve, December 31st.
A little plug for our doggies. They're allowed. Embassy Suites does allow pets. So I don't want to hear that excuse. You're coming with your dogs. New Year's Eve. Oh my goodness. More walking with breakfast. Bingo. Come on, bingo. Don't forget yoga.
And then we're leading into the party. The huge party, New Year's Eve, December 31st. We have Michael Costa and the Beat. we have the Dynabrass with Chris Hedrick and the fabulous Polka Family Band. You don't want to miss this event. It's going to be outstanding. You will not regret coming. It's going to be the time of your life.
You missed it last year. Please come this year. I promise you a good time. Finish it, girls and boys.
Yeah, that's going to be lots and lots of fun. You really need to join us for that. That is December 29th, 30th, and 31st over at the Embassy Suites. Hey, you know, we've got just enough time for one more song. We've got a Buffalo Bills game coming up in less than an hour and 10 minutes. So we do thank you guys very much for putting us on, as we always say, if you've been listening in your car.
Thanks for the ride.
You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We love you guys. We appreciate it. And please make sure that you join us next week, Saturday night, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I think Mr. Michael Meduja is going to be joining us next week, Sunday. After that will be Mr. Kenny Yash, and then the brothers Oksheshek, Ted Jr., Johnny Jr., not Johnny Jr., Ted Jr., Ted Jr., John Oksheshek, and Danny Sr. That's what I meant to say.
That's what you meant to say.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to end this out with a beat. Here's one called Sports Fan, most appropriately titled...
Sits there watching TV every night, flipping channels looking for the hockey fight. College football is such fun. Can he pick who's number one? When the season ends, another has begun. Now he's a sports fan, watching every game. Win or lose, it never ends the same. From the Yankees to the Mets, love those Giants and the Jets. Now he's a sports fan, what a sportsman. April through September, baseball is the game. Watching trades, he knows every player's name. Can his team stay in first place? Win that pennant and the race. If a game is on, you'll see it in his face.